Do you wish, like looking back, I mean, obviously you're glad you did it, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it was a good decision as far as your health? And
I know some people will think it was like the easy way out, but to me, I don't feel it was, because I've tried every exercise plan. I used to be an athlete in high school, so it was weird for me once I had my last kid, just to not feel like I could go out and do anything.
yeah, you've always been like, you know, you're not one to not try things and do things
No.
physically.
But over the last few years before, I just didn't want to go out. It's kind of weird because I've never been that person not to go out and do stuff. But I was more of a homebody, and there's nothing wrong with homebodies, but I'd never been that person.
Right.
So to me, I don't feel that this was the easy way out, because I tried going to the gym. I tried pretty much every fad diet you could think of. It worked really good, but once you were off those shakes, I did the 3 shakes a day type thing, but man, with that one, I was sure hungry.
Right. So I know a lot of people have seen you, right? And I'm sure it's shock and awe, right, when they see you from where you were 6 months ago to now.
Yeah. I've actually got people that said, you know what? You look like you looked when I first met you. Which you don't know if you should take that as an insult,
Right.
or if that's a good thing.
Right. You know what's crazy is when you tell people what you used to weigh, which was...
People, I guess I was really good at hiding how big I was.
Yeah, because they don't believe it.
No, nobody really believed that I even would have qualified for this surgery, but I don't think they realized that I was pushing 240 pounds.
All right. What are the qualifications again? Like as far as, do you know?
There's a certain BMI. I know if you have sleep apnea, issues with your heart. I don't know. There's just different insurances.
You actually got it done too, because you had other issues, right, that you had to get resolved, like hiatal
Yeah,
hernia or
I had a
something?
hiatal hernia that was pretty bad, that my doctor corrected as well. But yeah, I haven't had it since both surgeries. I went actually in for 2 surgeries, and I haven't had any issues.
Right.
I strongly recommend my doctor, Dr. K, just because
He's done so many surgeries. Like
Yeah.
he's like one of the, like in the Western United States, he's like one of the leaders in the sleeve surgeries.
He actually operates out of Delano,
Yeah.
and he has main offices in Pasadena.
Right.
So it's wonderful, no nonsense. He'll
Yeah.
call you out on your BS. So it's just, I need that. I need to be called out on stuff like that. So
Right.
it's nice to know that he's there. Everybody in the office is nice too. So
Right.
I would recommend him. Yeah, just reach out to him and have him go over your information.
Right. We'll get the information too. We'll put it in the comment box or something like that, so you guys can, if any women out there want to look into it more, you can. And guys, in fact, there's also, this is not just a procedure that women have. In fact, there's a couple people that race with us, and they're brothers, and they just had it done, and they've lost. I mean, I didn't even recognize one of them when I saw him. I was like, "Who are you?" He kept talking to me until he told me who it was. I was like, I could not believe it. And it's the same thing I think with you. It's like people, you see someone that's like, it's like a completely different person.
It's unbelievable on just by losing some weight, on how it makes you feel. Like,
you have more confidence, you think, now? You've always had some confidence.
I've always had some confidence.
You've always been like an attractive woman. Not that you're not now, but you know, now I can tell by the clothes. Like, you know, here's the one thing.
I would never wear form-fitting clothes.
Right.
Yeah.
And not only that, but like bikinis, right? That was something. And you know what the thing was, is that I thought that you'd possibly got to a point where you started feeling uncomfortable doing the things that you like to do, like go to the lake, go to the beach, and stuff like that. And so, and a lot of that's because a lot of women don't want to put bikinis on if they don't feel like their body's right?
Yeah.
And so when you did that, all of a sudden now you can actually go get a bikini and go on the boat and feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
And not that you shouldn't anyway, but I'm just saying that, like, for you felt like, I could tell, like, now you're not trying to hide anything. You're not trying to, like,
I'm not trying to hide anything. I do have a little bit, the skin's not as tight as it is, but you know what? That's just part of life, and it will tone up later on down the road.
Right.
But just because you had surgery doesn't mean that you can't go out there and do activities right afterwards. Like within 3 months, I was out there wake surfing.
Yeah, you did at the end of the summer.
So.
That's right. Yeah. Right. And you know, like I said, you know, it isn't for everybody. You know, for some people, you know, they shouldn't feel, you know, bad for being overweight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's a bad thing, or you're
Yeah.
not attractive, or you're not that. It's just for some people. And I think for you, I think the difference is that, like you mentioned, that there was health issues that you had. You know,
Yeah,
when you
I
start
have-
feeling like
yeah.
your heart, because I remember you saying, I think my heart, something wrong with my heart. You said that a lot, and
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's scary. You know, and a lot of that is because you're carrying around. I mean, dude, if you had to carry around 75 pounds, it's crazy how much that is.
That's correct.
That's heavier than your kid. You know what I mean? And you're carrying around all day. It's a lot.
Yeah, I didn't really know what was going on with me, and ended up having health issues. And by dropping the weight and doing all that, I'm no longer on any type of medication. So
Yeah, it's great.
I know my limbs don't go numb when I walk.
That's
I'm
awesome.
not blacking out while I drive anymore. So
Yeah.
that was a scary time in my life, and now it's as of right now, it's come to an end.
Yeah. Well, I think you look fantastic, and I'm not just saying that. You really do look great, and I know that you know, I think you do feel a little bit more, just because I know you. I think you do feel a little bit more confident, and I think women are going to look at you and maybe want to look at it a little bit more, or you know, think it's inspiring that you did
Yeah,
that. So.
and just like I'm an open book, so ask me questions.
Yeah.
And
You
I'll
can catch
answer 'em.
Nicole. She hangs out on the B Home page on Facebook, the Motor City Throwdown on Instagram. You can hit her up on BTUFF. She'll probably answer you. See, if you have any questions, you can send them to her. She'll answer them to you. And if you need information for Dr. K, she'll get that to you. He's a great guy. I've talked to him. He's a really cool guy. And yeah, well, thanks for showing us all this, man. We're talking
Not a
about
problem.
it. All right, this is Nicole at Bakersfield Tech.